Hey everybody, it's Manga Reads, and today I'm going to do a discussion on why Charlotte Katakuri, aka Dogtooth, Senor Dogtooth, is not overrated. Because following the recent chapter, I've been hearing people say that Mochiman is not all that. Because you see, he has the highest bounty in One Piece to date. That is manga chapter 867, and that is 1,057,000,000 berries. And people have been saying that he's overhyped, he's not that good, and whatnot. Now, first, let's address just what makes him so special. Apparently, he has trained his observation haki so much that he can see a bit into the future. And for this reason, people are expecting him to be a monster, a powerhouse. They don't expect anything to get past him. Now, this is what we've gotten to understand of how his ability works. And I'm not talking his devil fruit, I'm just talking his haki right here. He's a Logia, by the way, so that makes him even more powerful just by definition. Let's say he's in a one-on-one battle with, say, anybody. I'm going to choose Jack of the Beast Pirates for now, Kaido's so-called right-hand man, even though I don't believe that. And let's say he realizes that Jack is going to use his sword and aim for his head. Before Jack even think of doing that, before Jack even does that, he already knows that Jack is going for his head and he can act accordingly, right? That's because he can see into the future. But let's put another scenario. Let's say that he is fighting two people, Luffy and Sanji. Well, this won't happen, but well, I hope it doesn't, but let's continue. He's fighting Luffy and Sanji, and he predicts, well, he foresees that Sanji is going to use Diable Jambe, Mutant Shot in his stomach. He can react to that, but by reacting to that, he never realized that it was just a diversion and know that Gearport Luffy was going to come and hit him with a Kong gun once he dodges that. So you see, there's a backdoor to his ability, just like with Big Mom's ability, where she can eat your life force apparently. Like, she can take your soul and eat it. She can take years away from your lifespan, and depending on how much she takes, then you might die. But there's a severe drawback to that, because if you're not afraid of her, then it won't work. Now, before I go into why Katakuri is not overrated, we need to add something. If Oda keeps giving these people feats and having no way for us to get around them, then we're going to end up with a Madara Uchiha. Remember, Madara, according to Masashi Kishimoto, who is the writer of Naruto, or the mangaka, says that Madara has no weaknesses. And we are talking about either Tensei Madara, God Almighty, Sage of the Six Parts Madara with the 10 tails. He had no weaknesses. Physically, he was top tier because he could fight toe to toe with 8 Gates guy. Genjutsu, well, he wasn't tested against Itachi or Shisui, but being the founder of the Uchiha clan in the Hidden Leaf village, not the overall Uchiha, but the Uchiha of the Hidden Leaf, because, you know, with him and Hashirama, they got together and they formed the village. Then you can see that Genjutsu don't necessarily work on him either. Also, he got the 10 tails in the end, and Genjutsu doesn't always work against the 10 tails. And if you manage to corner him, he has Eternal Mangekyo, Rinnegan, and really badass Susanoo. He was not the type of guy that you want to fight. And then when he went on to get the 10 tails, he was that much harder to beat. He was beaten by being absorbed by Zetsu, Black Zetsu was it, and Kaguya came forth. She was even worse. You could only be sealed. You couldn't seal Madara. You would just break out of it. So you see, if Oda continues to give these people some feats that you can't get around, some disadvantage that you can work with to turn into your advantage, then the characters make no sense at all. We will end up with characters that are basically invincible, and we have to have some ass pull to beat them, and then that really damages the series. Now, a few reasons why Katakuri himself is not overrated. First things first, I'm going to walk you through all of what he's done, success, failures, whatever, since he's been introduced. First, he killed a guest who came for revenge against Big Mom at the tea party. Then, we go a step further, and he was the one who first noticed the plan to assassinate the Vince Smoke was not going well, because when Sanji was about to kiss Pudding, he could see before it actually happened. And I won't keep repeating that because I'll get annoying. And then he noticed before time that Sanji would dodge a priest's shot and try to shoot Sanji, but failed as he dodged it. He reacted to stand in front of Big Mom a cake. He reacted to stand in front of Big Mom as a defensive barrier before Luffy burst out of the cake. He stopped Luffy from breaking the Mother Caramel photo after he burst out of the cake, and that is a gear second pistol. People, it was not that slow, it was not that weak. Come on. He failed to stop Brook from breaking the photo, apparently because, there's a drawback to his power. If he's not focusing on you, then he can't actually predict what you're going to do. He tried to stop Luffy, showing Big Mom the broken photo by demanding that Beige shoot Luffy to death. And he successfully fended off Beige, Jinbe, and Pedro, as well as strike Luffy, who was advancing a mere few meters to show Big Mom the broken portrait of Mother Caramel, but failed because Luffy stretched his arm to show Big Mom the photo. And that again is just because of his weakness. He can only see so far into the future, so far into one scenario, but he doesn't see some countermeasure that you might have in place. Noted, this might not work if you're a 1v1 because he's focusing on you. You can see everything that is about to happen. And last but not least, he demanded that Perospero shoot the Vince Smoke family so they would not escape. And what happened? They escaped. So that's one thing that he realized. You see, if Perospero had shot the Vince Smoke the moment that he said that, hey, shoot them, don't let them escape, then they would be dead right now. That's one part of the plan that would have failed. But no, Perospero was like cool, and mean, and Perospero was on all kind of shit that chapter, seriously. And if he never assassinated that mom that was there to kill Big Mom, well, it's not like he could have killed her, but it would have caused some sort of a ruckus if he had appeared that might have deterred the plan. Might have. Unlikely, because Big Mom, as far as we know, is a big iron balloon. If he had not stopped Luffy from breaking the Mother Caramel photo, then the plan itself would be going very smooth, unbelievably smooth, right? All in all, let's say that he was able to get everything that he wanted done. Meaning that when he told Perospero shoot the Vince Smoke would be dead. Meaning that when he realized that Sanji would dodge the shot from the priest and he shot Sanji would be dead, then the plan would also have failed. And before I go any further, he's supposed to be the right-hand man of the Big Mom Pirates, right? There are also two other commanders. Well, one, because we know that Master Cracker got beaten by Luffy and Nami and the homies. But we're smoothing all of this. And look at the Charlotte siblings. You can see that they are on par, or even stronger than Sanji, right? Because I think his name was Oven, that has the genie. He was able to fight on par with Sanji after Sanji got angry. That's incredible. Let's say that they were doing something to stop the plan, then he would not have failed so much. Apparently he's the only one who is fighting against the entire assassination plan. Granted that he could have been more successful in some of the things he did, but there was no way he was going to shoot Sanji through the head, because Sanji has plot protection. You can't kill Sanji right here. Sanji will not die. He has to go with Luffy, take down Kaido, take down the rest of the Yonko, reach to Raftel, be a part of the crew, of the Pirate King. So shooting Sanji was never going to work. So before I go any further, I just want to say to you that I'm not talking as a Sanji fanboy or anything. I'm just being honest with what I see happening. There was no way that Katakuri could have done anything else, because basically he's the only one that's doing anything, and that in itself is admirable. But before we put him down and say that he's not worth it, let's just see what he's like in the coming chapters. That is chapter 868 and onwards. Because my honest opinion, and I will make a theory on this very soon in the next days or so, is that they will they will successfully shoot Big Mom with those rocket launchers. I won't spoil that theory for you, but I'm going to say that they will shoot Big Mom. That's all for now. Like the video if you did, comment and subscribe for more, and more good stuff coming your way.